Masters of camouflage, the puff adder relies on stillness, blending seamlessly with the dry savanna. The secretary bird stalks through the golden grass, unaware that just centimeters away, a perfectly camouflaged puff adder waits patiently in the dust. As the sun rises, the highly venomous puff adder samples the air, searching for clues of prey nearby. A sudden stop. Deep within the tall grasses of the African savanna, the bird detects a faint disturbance. With its intricate geometric patterns, the African puff adder slides silently through the golden savanna, a master of camouflage. From this elevated position, the secretary bird meticulously scans the grasslands below, searching for the subtle movements of its prey. Perfectly still, the puff adder relies on its masterful camouflage. It must remain undetected, for the distinctive stride of the secretary bird is drawing near. The secretary bird, a majestic hunter of the grasslands, approaches with extreme caution. Every step is measured, deliberate. Guided by the fresh trail of the puff adder, the secretary bird begins its patient stalk through the golden hour. The secretary bird, known for dispatching snakes, meets the formidable puff adder in a tense standoff. The secretary bird, known for its serpentine hunts, cautiously circles the formidable puff adder. With eyes locked on its quarry, the secretary bird takes a single, deliberate step. The slightest disturbance could ruin the ambush. Bathed in the warm glow of the sunrise, a tense encounter unfolds. The secretary bird
maintains its relentless circle. Never.
The African puff adder, a master of ambush, remains perfectly still. The secretary bird executes a startling display, hoping to provoke a movement. But the puff adder remains The secretary bird, famous for hunting snakes, must now mirror the puff adder's retreat, keeping the venomous serpent in its sights. With lightning speed, the adder lunges. But the secretary bird, balanced perfectly, evades the venomous bite. The secretary bird begins its calculated approach, circling to the left. The puff adder, however, refuses to break a dance of death on the golden grasslands. The secretary bird waits patiently for its moment to strike. This extraordinary hunter, the secretary bird, has met its match in the puff adder. A silent battle of wills begins, where the first move could be fatal. The bird's quick feint draws an immediate response, but the venomous strike connects only with the dusty earth. The secretary bird struck swiftly, yet the puff adder held its ground. Now, the secretary bird uses the rising sun to its advantage, subtly maneuvering to blind the formidable puff adder before the decisive strike. Having landed a successful strike, the secretary bird must remain vigilant. The puff adder, one of Africa's most venomous snakes, is quick to retaliate. The puff adder quick to defend itself, launches a sudden strike. Yet the secretary-bird, with its secretary-bird, delivers a precise downward kick. Dust rises dramatically as the puff adder is propelled sideways across the dry savanna floor. In the golden hour of the savanna, a duel unfolds. The secretary-bird, a predator. The secretary-bird, famous for its snake-hunting prowess, approaches with caution. One wrong move against the puff adder could be fatal. A single mistake could prove fatal. The secretary-bird must carefully measure the distance to the deadly puff adder. The secretary-bird delivers a swift, powerful blow. The puff adder is momentarily stunned, but quickly recovers its defensive posture, ready for the next assault. A tense standoff begins. The puff adder, known for its potent venom, raises its body in a defensive display. The puff adder, known for its lightning-fast strike, lunges forward, but the secretary-bird holds its ground, completely unfazed. The secretary-bird delivers a precise, powerful blow, utilizing its unique hunting strategy to stun the highly venomous puff adder. A tense standoff at sunrise. The puff adder, tightly coiled, begins a sudden burst of speed, and the secretary-bird lands a decisive kick, stunning the viper. The puff adder lunges with astonishing speed, but the secretary anticipates the move, evading the and responding with a precise strike. The secretary-bird uses its powerful legs to disable the venomous puff adder, securing its morning meal. As the golden hour bathes the savanna, a duel of patience begins. The secretary-bird,
the puff adder launches its final desperate strike, but the secretary-bird's formidable defenses hold firm against the venomous assault.
a tense standoff ensues on the savanna. The bird must be certain the adder is subdued before taking another step. A tense moment on the savanna as the predator makes its move, grasping the adder firmly behind the head. The majestic secretary-bird, rarely seen with its prey, carries the motionless puff adder across the sun-drenched. The magnificent secretary-bird, having dispatched a venomous puff adder, uses this vantage point to scan the golden savanna. The secretary-bird, Africa's iconic snake hunter, delivers a series of powerful stomps before swiftly consuming the highly venomous puff adder. The secretary-bird, named for its distinctive crest, meticulously cleans its massive bill after a successful hunt.